Remember, there's some pretty important information here in the disclaimer. You might want to give the video a quick pause and read it.
Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Just here to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And for even more amazing customs, don't forget to subscribe to Wake Angel 2001, because between you and me, they're way past cool.
Hello everybody, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with an upgrade video. Yes, I can't call this a proper custom because this is a custom that got sent back to me, and now I'm upgrading it to send it. Yes, this is for Sparklewolf404, who is making new commissions. There will be new commissions for Sparklewolf, but I thought I'd ease into it by performing one of the upgrades first. This is Reala. Some of you may remember a few years ago that I used an Eli figure from Slugterra to make this custom of Reala, which at the time I was quite proud of, but it did have some flaws. For one thing, I was an idiot and accidentally put the hip armor on upside down, go me, and the persona mask was held on with an elastic strap, which kind of snapped off within a few days, apparently. I mean, the strap is still there, just wouldn't stay attached to the mask. So Sparklewolf sent it back to me so that I could work my modern day magic with everything that I've learned in the past few years since I made the Reala figure. So first, some quality of life improvements to the body. I swapped out those hip skirts for something made out of craft foam, so it's lighter and less obtrusive. And yes, I did make sure they were on right side up this time. And I made a couple of slight modifications to the paint deco. It turns out the first time I did it, I incorrectly mirrored some of the decoration on his arm guards and the little vest that he has going on. Turns out those designs are not reflected. Like it just looks that way from the front. So yeah, just a real quick quality of life improvement to the body. Most of the modification came from the head. I don't remember 100%, but I'm pretty sure I didn't have the 3D printer back when I made Reala. So the original head was a heavily modified silver figures. I just did a whole lot of sculpting over it to make it to make it look better. I'm still proud of the way that Reala's face came out, but his little head tails are a bit undersized. As you can see from this comparison picture, the actual head printed off of the 3D model is the head is the same size, but look at how big those the hat tails are. Yeah, that's the difference. So like this is kind of a smooth head, but there was still details in the eyes and mouth for me to pick out. So now we have Reala done up in a proper form. Like he has the ability to, be a head. Of course, a head is useless if it can't attach to the body, and I realized that given the way that Eli's neck peg was shaped, there was no way that I was going to get this thing to sit on there. So I ended up just completely cutting off Eli's neck entirely and transplanting this. It's the ball from the end of Evil Lynn's magic staff, which perfectly fits into a Mega Construct's ball joint head. So all I had to do then was bury a Mega Construct's head, I believe it is Dr. Halsey's, inside of Reala's head, and it would be able to use this connection. So now we have a Reala figure that has his head sits properly on the body and is able to emote with all the range that a ball joint can afford it. Of course, if this was Reala from, like, say, the Nights into Dreams comic book from the 90s, or the original Nights into Dreams games from the Sega Saturn, I say that I was done. Except that this was never meant to be that Reala. This was meant to be Reala from Knight's Journey of Dreams on the Wii. And it still kind of sucks that, not counting cameos and special editions and stuff, there's really only 2 Knights games, because like Knights is kind of a fun character. Whatever. So he would need the Persona mask, which he wore in Journey of Dreams. In fact, I don't think he ever took the mask off in Journey of Dreams. So this is the mask. It is also inherited from the 3D model. And I couldn't figure out a way to rig the mask so that it would be removable. So I figured, screw it, I'm just going to make a second head that has the mask. Then you'll be able to swap them out, and you'll be able to have either look. The problem is that when I tried to print the head with the Persona mask on, the Persona mask was such a thin artifact in the 3D model that even my new printer wasn't able to pick it up. It got lost in the support medium, and when I took the support medium off the face, any remnants of the mask went with it. All that was left was a thin little brow ridge underneath his eyes, indicating where there should have been a mask, but the mask itself, not there. So I asked Corey to thicken the mask just a millimeter or so in his software so that I would be able to print a substantial one myself, which did succeed. And with a little bit of the feathering on the corners made out of cardstock, I simply glued this one onto a second head. Like, the thing is, I went through all the effort to print that second head only for the mask to not be on it, so I said, screw it, instead of wasting all that material to make an entirely new head when this one's perfectly fine, I'll just print the mask separate and glue it on. So yes, the mask is glued on. It's not meant to come off. If it does come off, then glue it back on, Sparklewolf, because you have a second head that does not have the mask, so there we go. Alright, so once again, here's a look at Reala with his mask off, so that you have like an Into Dreams look if you want. I mean, it's not completely accurate to the Into Dreams look, but, you know, all those subtle body differences would necessitate an entirely different figure anyway. And then, of course, you can always pop this head off and put on the masked head, so you have a much more accurate depiction of Reala wearing his Persona mask from the game. So yeah, now Sparklewolf has that option. And I do believe that this is a significant improvement on the way the figure looked before. The miracle of 3D printing, taking that which exists in a video game and allowing some amateur who lives in housing projects to just go ahead and do it himself. I mean, remember when this is the realm of billion-dollar multinational corporations? And now any of us can do it. So yeah, I hope you like this upgrade video, and hope to see you again very soon. This is WakeAngel 2001, signing off.